Hey, what's up guys, Tony here, and this is Madden 12. So what we're going to do is we're going to create our own superstar. They give the option of importing a player from NCAA, and then they also give the option of picking a player that is already a rookie in the league. So you can play as an established actual person and play as that person's career. That seems a little creepy. So, okay, what you're noticing, first name Scott, last name looking to be something with an M, maybe McLean. I did that because I just wanted to try the game out, and I wanted to actually inquire with you guys if I should continue with this character or or start a new character with a different name, if like Scott McLean. And I check this out, enter the draft. Booyah, Chargers! Can you believe that? And I'm overall 86. Isn't that freaking awesome? That was pretty cool. I had a smile on my face. I'm like, man, I gotta keep this player now. But here's the thing, I effed up. I skipped a bunch of that stuff. I've actually skipped a bunch of stuff, to be honest, because I messed up. See, it says 6'1", 190 pounds. You know, I put college San Diego, and I cheated my hometown San Diego and stuff like that. So San Diego boy playing for the Chargers. But what I did is I skipped all this stuff because it was ridiculous. But here's what I was trying to get around to saying is I messed up on the creating the character part, where you like can change the height, weight, facial features, all that stuff. I skipped that, and I mean, I went back and I tried another character, and I'm not actually missing much because helmet's on all the time. It doesn't really matter. And then here you can see me putting these performance points in there. My biggest thing was accuracy. I wanted to make my quarterback a little bit more accurate, and I'll work on some of the other stuff here pretty soon. But mostly it was medium throw, short throw accuracy, and then on the run. It's pretty cool. They give you these points, you know, these points that level up. So it's a little different than, say, like Road to the Show, but it's still a similar principle, whereas, you know, you need to get up to, I think it's 99 probably the highest, like in any video game when you have any sort of attribute setup. And what I also did is I simulated practice, and I changed things around with my character as well. So you'll see him, like, his outfit will change. Outfit makes him sound... Never mind. So anyways, yeah, I gave him sleeves and some arm wristbands or some wrist tape, and I love those dark mirrored face masks. I don't know why, but those visors they're dope, man. I've always liked those. So here we go. So, oh yeah, like I said, I skipped practice. It's boring as hell, and it made the video like almost 20 minutes long, and I got number 8 with the Chargers, and I'm not sure how I feel about that just yet. I've never really had any sort of anything with the number 8, so I'm just kind of like, it just kind of, you know, I don't know what it is about sports and numbers, but they're so personal, and it just sort of hit me, and I'm like, oh, number 8, it's like Troy Aikman's number, and I was like going over, and like, I think that's also Steve Young's old number, and I'm just trying to think of the quarterbacks that in the past have been number 8. Of course, I can't be number 17 because Philip Rivers is number 17, and then Billy Volek is number 7, and so I thought number 9 would be kind of cool. I like Drew Brees. So anyways, let me get off that topic and get on to the football. Now here's something that my brother stopped by when I bought this game, and he and I got talking about Madden football. And he does not. And okay, let me go back and tell you this. My brother is a huge football fan. He's more of a football fan than a baseball fan, where I'm more of a baseball fan than a football fan. And so he's big Madden player. He's been playing Madden for years. I mean, he buys almost every new Madden that comes out. And when I started the Superstar character, he's like, I hate Superstar mode. And I'm like, why? I'm thinking it's more like Road to the Show. And he goes, well, because in the Superstar mode, you have a very limited view. Well, the ones that I had played before, you had a very limited view. This is like standard view, which is very nice. But he goes, but they call the plays for you. You can't do anything about the plays. And I'm like, oh, okay. As I get freaking railed there, sacked in the backfield. But yeah, you don't have any control over the play calling. They call it for you. You can audible, but they're going to call the play for you. So it's very, I don't want to call it hands-on. You know, it's the whole like, let's see what you can do with what you're given and what the coach calls. Like, look at that. That was probably a good quarterback and experienced Madden player would have picked up on that blitz, but maybe somebody missed their assignment. I'm not sure. But yeah, so the idea that you're only playing one side of the ball, I like. because I'm not very strong on my defense. And right now, I'm like knocking years of rust off playing right now with a quarterback, especially one that's not like a 99 quarterback. Like the times I have played Madden before, I have always created a quarterback, put them on the franchise team, and just raped with them, just wrecked house. And this is different. I got a quarterback that's not very good. An 86 is like, that's not terrible. That's a B quarterback. That's a backup quarterback right now. That's not going to be a guy who's going to start in the NFL, unless maybe you're playing for the Bills or the Browns or the Texans. Well, I think they're kind of getting better. The Jaguars, the Panthers, the Niners, the Raiders, those kind of teams, that's where 80s level quarterbacks start. And if you're mad at me because I just dissed some of your teams, I'm sorry. But this is the only team, the Chargers, this is the only team in San Diego that I feel, it's not that I feel, that we know is a good franchise. And I don't even want to get in on the stadium situation. Anyways, what I want to talk about, and actually I hope I don't run out of things to talk about because I only have a couple of things I want to discuss. One thing is this idea that, okay, so we all know, and I'm going to say we because I'm going to assume everyone who's watching this plays Call of Duty or has played Call of Duty sometime in their video game career, if you want to call it a career. And I'm making some bad passes right now. Oh, you know what I'm trying to figure out is like how to throw directionally, like inside shoulder, outside shoulder, down. I think that's the left analog stick. I haven't looked at it enough. I've played it just this one game, literally just this one game, so I haven't played it since then. So I haven't figured anything out yet. So my passing improves as the game goes on, but it leaves something to be desired for sure. Now, when I was going back, and I want to go back on what I was saying, what I'm trying to talk about is this. Call of Duty every year comes out with a brand new game, and the game itself is completely different. We all know that Call of Duty has yo-yoed basically from from Infinity Ward to Treyarch and back. So it's sort of oscillating in who is the developer of the game. And so what we have seen and we can expect is a different experience from each title. Even Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2 are completely different games. They have a different feel. We all know that they have their problems. They each have their own independent problems. Treyarch, of course, sort of is screwing up my thought process here because they have a consistent problem, which is the connection. Which still baffles me is how they can F that up when they've got Infinity Ward working alongside of them and they can just go, whoa, this is what they're doing and it works. If we could just do that, then we'll have a good football game. Look at this pass. Yeah, Nane becomes my favorite target in this game, which is hilarious because he's not even on the damn team anymore. We lost a couple of the receivers like Nane and Clayton I think he was from the Dallas Cowboys. So we lost a couple of those guys. But we do have Malcolm Floyd and Vincent Jackson still. And Gates, even though he's kind of been hurt. But anyways, for the most part, the rosters, from what I can tell, it seems to be somewhat current. Current probably before the lockout. Oh man, I'm totally getting off topic again. But what I don't like about this game is they don't have commentators. It's just the whole on-the-field experience, which is cool. But what I enjoyed about past games of Madden is the commentators like Chris Sims and what was it, Chris Collinsworth? I can't remember the commentators. Anyways, they were good. One guy was good, one guy was terrible. One guy was like just atrocious. But when you get the good color commentators like the Matt Vasgersian for Major League Baseball, and Rex Hudler. I liked Rex Hudler in MLB. He was in 10, he was in 9, I think he was in 8 as well. But you got those guys, Matt Vasgersian, Rex Hudler. Those are great guys. They know what they're doing. They're great color guys. And then in football here in Madden, it's like they left them out. And there's another great catch by Nane. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, that's lacking in this game. So I heard one comment, like it was early on in the game where it was just like, blah 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 drops the ball. You're just like, could you put a little human into that, please? Anyways, oh man, I get railed again. Here's the point that I'm bringing up, is that every single Call of Duty game and Battlefield game and any game that has a sequel, like Uncharted and stuff like that, those games, we can expect an entirely different experience from it. I mean, if it's a game like Uncharted or Mass Effect or something, it's going to have a different storyline. Okay, that kind of goes without saying. And I mean, that's the same with Call of Duty, but the essence of Call of Duty is just a first-person shooter. So you get those similarities and yet those differences with guns and stuff. So you get something new. So you feel like with your $60, you're getting something new, a different experience. Now, here's the thing about sports games that I've noticed is that every sports game within the same, sport, so football and baseball for me, and probably hockey, it's the same game, maybe with a little bit better graphics, maybe with new rosters and a couple of new things, but it's essentially the same game. I'm pretty proud of this play. I waited, and then cool, hit Vincent Jackson over on the right. On the run. That's why you put those accuracy points in on the run throwing. But they're the same game. It's just that I don't know if from here on out, and I got thinking about this because I realized, I'm like, man, I spent a lot of money on video games, which is, I'm not going to say it's a bad thing, and I'm not going to say it's a good thing, because right now, I mean, if it was one of those things where I had like a partner channel and I was making money off YouTube, then yeah, I could say I could justify the expense. But being a poor-ass college student with books and shit that I have to buy, right? It's one of those things like, okay, I bought this because I wanted to put it. Oh man, look at that horrible interception! I should have went to Gates. I was watching this again. I'm like, I should have went to Gates up the middle, probably throwing over his right shoulder as he's running. But anyways, I can't necessarily justify buying a new game every year, so I don't think now. And I told this to my buddy Chris. I don't think that I'm gonna pick up the next MLB The Show if they MLB 12. Unless they came out with something just completely stellar. If they keep updating the rosters from MLB 11, which doesn't really matter because I'm playing with Scott McLean and Chester Anderson. So once you get into like 2013, 2014, you're with a bunch of creative players, and all the name players are retired or are retiring. So there's not much in there that I necessarily want. What I did like about MLB 11 is the dynamic environment, the changing environment. You could have sunset. Ooh, man, that's third sack for the day. But you could have sunset. You could have all this other stuff. As the day progresses, the shadows move inning by inning. So there was this environment system that I absolutely enjoy. With football, though, I don't know. I think this might be a football game. I'll buy this game, but I'm probably not going to buy the next game. And I know I'm already talking about Madden 13 and Madden 12 is just out, but it got me thinking about that because I'm like, man, that's $60. Is the next game going to be worth that much? I don't know. Anyways, I don't know how you guys feel. I know some of you guys are playing MLB 10 still, and I loved MLB 10. I really did. And I was actually not going to buy MLB 11. I was just going to stay with MLB 10. But when I played the demo and played with this new environmental system, I kind of fell in love with the game. And it looked a little bit better. I do miss Rex Hudler. He's a good color guy, like I said. I know I'm totally talking up Rex Hudler right now. But anyways, the point is I don't know about this buying a new game, new sports game every single year. I think you can go a couple years without buying a new sports game. And that's what I was going to say about Madden is that I believe it's Madden 10, or maybe it was Madden 11. I'm not entirely sure, but my brother has it. I think it's Madden 11. Anyways, I could have just bought Madden 11. I had X open, whoever that was. I should have. Anyways, here's what's great about this game is that I'm not good at it, and I'm good at baseball, and that's because I've been playing baseball for a very long time. So a lot of people are always wondering, like, hey, how are you getting such solid hits? I'm not saying it has a lot to do with playing baseball because it's a video game, but I think some of it has to do with it as far as, like, knowing what pitches to hit and it counts and stuff like that. Well, football, on the other hand, I didn't play football very much growing up. I mean, I played a lot of street ball, but I never played organized football. And I haven't played a Madden game in years, And seriously, I should say, like I played like every now and again. I'll pick up and play a game of Madden or whatever. My brother wants to play me or something. But normally, under normal circumstances, I don't play. I've never played Madden. It's just something I haven't done in years. So this is gonna be a challenge for me. I'm not very good. My players, okay. I'm on a top tier team. Every year, the last 3 or 4 seasons, the analysts are predicting the Chargers go to the Super Bowl, which I hate to say because I don't want to jinx it. I just want to go and wait to see what happens. But I'm on one of the better teams in the NFL, and so one thing is that I'm on a good team, so I might not struggle as much. I probably still will struggle a lot, but it would be better than if I was playing on, say, like the Browns or something, or the Panthers or whatever. But here's what's going to be weird about this character. If I keep him, the thing is I don't know if I'm going to play very much, just because of the fact I've got Rivers and then Volek in front of me, and I'm a third string quarterback. I'm going to have to beat out Rivers and Volek to get some PT, which I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But anyways, guys, I've run over. Thanks for watching this first game of Madden 12. Let me know if there's a new name you want me to create, and sort of like some of the attributes or whatever, maybe a running back, or if you guys want to see something besides a quarterback, maybe defensive player or something. Let me know. I'm willing to go out and do that, just because everyone probably is going to do a quarterback anyways. But like I said, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll talk to you later.